Hey, how you doing? Let's have a conversation about how the flow of information impacts an organization's operations. Please join me on this journey of knowledge dissemination. Enjoy the video. In 2012, the McKinsey Global Institute estimated that knowledge workers spent about 1/5 of their time, or 1 day each week, searching for and gathering information. Wow. Surely things have changed over a decade later, right? Right? Well, according to Arlington Research, things have gotten worse. In January 2023, Covio released a report conducted by Arlington Research. The report surveyed 4,000 people who work with computers in the US and UK. The participants spanned across multiple generations: Gen Z, Millennial, Gen X, and Baby Boomers. Some of the findings are truly concerning. The report found that the average employee spends 3 hours daily searching for information, a decrease of 1 hour from the 2022 report. Almost 30% of workers are unable to find urgently needed information on a weekly basis. 36% of Gen Z workers and 35% of millennial workers feel burned out when they consistently cannot find what they are looking for. 21% of Gen Z workers and 18% of millennial workers feel the desire to simply leave their company when they consistently cannot find urgent information required for them to do their job. For all respondents, when information is eventually located, 45% of it is irrelevant. One graphic within the report illustrates the various things workers blame on their findability issues. As fascinating as the previous data points are, there is one area on its face that's worrisome, but may actually be an opportunity. During an average workday, Gen Zers spend roughly 183 minutes searching for information, while baby boomers spend roughly 130 minutes. Is it really the case that baby boomers are significantly more productive? Maybe. But what if this is a classic example of tacit, implicit, and implied knowledge at work? Naturally, a person who works within an organization for many years would have acquired a significant amount of knowledge through contextualized experiences and observations. Workers, even highly skilled ones, new to an organization do not have the same benefit of being exposed to such insights. If they are lucky, they know what they do not know and can try to find or recreate the knowledge. If the corporate culture is healthy and shuns knowledge hoarding, their colleagues may play a role getting them up to speed. But if left to their own devices, these newer workers who do not know what they do not know will take a massive hit to their productivity. In addition, suboptimal decisions are made in the best case scenario. In the worst case scenario, expensive but preventable mistakes can cost a company in terms of money and reputation. So yes, the entire organization can suffer when precious time is gobbled up to compensate for the lack of seamless knowledge transfer. Simply put, findability failures within organizations is a big problem that needs to be rectified. Once a business has identified an approach to get its own act together, it can then turn its focus on its competitors by, ironically, exploiting those same inefficiencies in those companies. And now, we enter the world of information asymmetry. Let's take a pause and remind ourselves that, at times, running a business is like fighting in a war. You must be prepared to go to battle with your troops, i.e. your workforce, to eliminate or severely weaken a threat. One way to do that is to acquire and then activate knowledge in a manner superior to others. Gradually eroding a competitor's ability to fight by developing the capacity to operate with precision and agility is a beautiful thing. More specifically, collecting, organizing, and synthesizing information at rapid speeds is an example of superior operations. Sun Tzu had the right idea when he said the following: "To fight and conquer in all our battles is not supreme excellence. Supreme excellence consists in breaking the enemy's resistance without fighting." What better way to break your competitor's spirit than to consistently perform in ways that cannot be easily replicated? Admittedly, it is not just the knowledge, it's the culture, the process, the people, the technology, and innovation, all of it being leveraged to create powerful, virtuous cycles on achieving a shared vision. Amazing. Okay, now let's go back to what in the world information asymmetry is. Simply put, information asymmetry is a condition wherein one party in a relationship has more or better information than another. To visualize, let's review a conceptual model. This graph shows that a condition for information asymmetry could be barriers to information that make something unobservable. This leads to private, hidden, or merely different information. Depending on the situation, all parties involved might be on the same page with whether reducing or increasing this dynamic, or the parties might have opposing preferences. For example, companies that take the effort to deeply understand their customer can leverage that information to continually provide a solid value add. Sure, competitors could try to poach those customers, but unless those competitors have access to what is likely proprietary information, much of it embedded within the complexity of relationships themselves, which leads to invaluable knowledge, those competitors are operating at a disadvantage. Now, I caution companies to not take this for granted, especially if switching costs for customers are low. Nevertheless, information asymmetry can be a strategic position from which to navigate the business landscape. Likewise, companies that invest in their workforce can create an environment conducive to producing insights by contextualizing information. In other words, knowledge, which preserves their ability to win. What is great about this is that it is not a secret. If organizations wish to disregard the power of information asymmetry, they do so at their own peril, because competitors might not hesitate to take market share away from them by doing the same thing that I am talking about now. This is not a trivial matter. When viewed from a macroeconomic lens, productivity of the U.S. workforce is more responsible for GDP growth than employment itself. This graph clearly shows the importance of productivity over the past 30+ years. So with that, I say, what are organizations waiting for? They should start auditing what they know at all levels so that they can fully benefit from the treasures right underneath their nose. If done successfully, newer workers coming into a company can increase their productivity just like the ones who've been there a bit longer. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, even comment. Let me know what you think. I love to hear other perspectives because knowledge is for everyone.